If it is election night, you know Steve Kornacki is standing by at the big board. Steve, a tight race on both sides in Texas tonight.
Suspense, Tom, in both parties. Start on the Republican side. John Cornyn, four-term incumbent. Can he survive this primary? Remember, this is a runoff state, so if nobody gets a majority, 50% plus one of the vote tonight, the top two are going to advance to a runoff. But if Cornyn does end up in a runoff, and folks think if he does, it's likely to be with Ken Paxton, what position will Cornyn be coming out of tonight? Will he be lagging behind Paxton? Will he look weak? That would be an awfully tough spot to be in for a runoff. Could Cornyn put up a stronger than expected showing tonight, go into a runoff with momentum? A lot of folks think if Cornyn's going to have a chance ultimately of saving his seat, he's going to need Donald Trump to endorse him. Trump has been neutral. If Cornyn can get a strong showing tonight, maybe that's his best, maybe that's his only chance of getting Trump off the sidelines. Democrats are watching this race closely, too. They think that Paxton, if he's nominated by Republicans, would be vulnerable in November. So who will Democrats put up in this race? Jasmine Crockett, James Talarico. Polling has been all over the place in this one. One thing the polling agrees on, though, is that Crockett is winning the black vote overwhelmingly. That's about a fifth of the electorate in Texas in a Democratic primary. Expect her to win big around Dallas. That's her political base. In East Texas, large black population there as well. The political base for Talarico, meanwhile, it's around the state capitol in Austin. Lots of Democrats there. And I think the group that may decide this primary, Tom, Hispanic voters. We don't know how they're going to break in this election, but keep an eye on El Paso, on South Texas, and on the San Antonio area. That may be where this primary is decided.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.